and welcome to the Wealthy LaLa Show with myself, Laurie Laursen. Oh, how are you guys doing today? Today is episode 171-2. And I had a wonderful birthday weekend. I ended up having a dinner with my parents on Thursday. We had supper at their place, my hubby and I. Then I was given a lovely card and a necklace and with a pendant. Then on Friday, we were getting together with a family member, and then they couldn't come. And we actually gathered together all three of our kids and the three grandkids and had supper together. And so I got like a little spontaneous uh, birthday supper with my kids and grandkids. How'd I get so lucky? A very wealthy LaLa, I am. And then on my actual birthday on the weekend, I cut grass, which I really enjoy doing. And for a while there, I know I talked on previous shows, my one knee was really bothering me. Well, it's way, way better now. So I was able to cut grass because I'm not a big fan of being outside, usually because of mosquitoes, because the bites usually bug me for a long time. But cutting grass is one thing I really like to do. So it was really nice to be able to cut grass for about an hour and a half. Then we went to my cousin's house and celebrated her son's 17th birthday. Got to have some hamburgers and hot dogs and cake, and that was all yummy-licious and good company. It was very fun. And then we went off to another place afterwards. And then this morning, we actually had lunch with another couple just for fun. And so that was awesome because I am actually pre-recording this on the Sunday because I'm actually going to be having my grandsons again for 3 more days coming up. Well, kind of 2 days, like 48 hours, but it'll still be like parts of 3 days. So I have to, I have to pre-record this so that we can, get it together and be ready for these 2 little bumpkins. That's so fun. Yeah, it's just so fun. My girlfriend and I that we had lunch with breakfast today with she's got a couple of granddaughters and it's just so fun. It's the thing about kids or if you're a person who doesn't have kids but you enjoy pets, is their the newness, their fresh perspective on life. They're for the most part, not taking things personally, enjoying the adventures, like and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really fun. And I got phone calls and I got a gift card and I got cards and what else? Texts and messages on Facebook and Instagram. I was just so incredibly blessed with the love and the kindness and the sweetness that I was gifted. Like, it was just beautiful. Yeah. So, one of the things that I did get this past week, not as a gift, but something I had seen on Instagram, Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. So Miguel Ruiz is the fellow who wrote the book Four Agreements, and it's a Toltec guide. Very good book. I just laugh. I really, honestly, it used to be annoying me so much, but I don't, sometimes I'm sitting here fine, I'm doing things, and then I get on the show and I start yawning. So I just wonder what energies are up sometimes, maybe depending on the show, just energies I'm facilitating with myself, with the earth, with other people, with what's going on energetically. There's been, a lot of big shifts that have been on. I don't allow myself to be the effect of things like what they call Mercury retrograde and full moon and stuff like that. What I do is I use those things just as information. so that, sometimes when things are showing up in my life and they're kind of not necessarily making any sense, wondering about the intensity of it or the randomness of it, I look towards stuff like that. And what's cool is that on Facebook, often those posts will just pop up for me and it'll be like, oh, okay, so don't get too excited about this. Allow the energies to sort of level off or shift or something, pass by before, reacting, responding, freaking out, taking things too seriously. But anyways, this Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. Is the son of Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the book Four of Agreements. And he has this book called Living a Life of Awareness. And so you know how I like my one book, Change Me Prayers by Tasha Silver. You can just open it and you open it to a chapter and you get a beautiful little message. Well, Living a Life of Awareness, this book, Daily Meditations on the Toltec Path by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., is another one of those kind of books. So I saw him on Instagram, and on Instagram, he does little readings from some of his books. And when he read this and showed the dailiness of it, I really like this. I love, being able to pick up a book and just reading something that just takes like a few minutes. It gives me a little, something to consider, play with, surrender to, sit with, and then, just carry on with my day and bring it into it. So in his book, this one, The Living Life of Awareness, it says, let's see here, for the first time ever, the Toltec wisdom from the Ruiz family is bound together in a book of daily meditations designed to inspire, nourish, and enlighten adherents as they travel along the Toltec path. Drawing on years of apprenticeship under his father and grandmother, Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. shares Toltec lessons on love, faith, agreements, and most importantly, awareness. So he actually says, it says here, readers are invited to embark on a 6-month journey of daily lessons that will guide them into a deeper understanding themselves and those they interact with in the world. In the introduction, he reminds us that progress on the Toltec path is not measured by the acquisition of things, status, or even ideas, but rather by the complete and total realization that everything in the world is perfect exactly the way it is at this moment. Isn't that beautiful? So the page I actually opened to is the one called The Breath. So every second you are doing something that is crucial to life, you breathe. Most of the time you do this on autopilot, breathing without even realizing you are breathing. But when you bring your conscious awareness to your breath, every inhale and every exhale can be a blessing to your body. Each inhale allows your environment to nurture you. And with each exhale, you nurture the environment around you. The breath is a constant flow of generosity and gratitude. So there's a practice with each of the things you read. So it says, ask yourself, what would I like more of in my life today? So now restate your answer using just 2 words. So for example, maybe you want more self-love and peace in your life, or wisdom and creativity, or abundance and fun. He says you get the idea. Use these words as a mantra as you breathe consciously. Say the first word with every inhale and the second word with every exhale. With awareness, notice the results of conscious breathing. So last night I had a hard time sleeping. Just a lot of energy was brought up, from my birthday weekend, and part of it was just, oh God, like the overwhelming sense of sweetness and kindness that I received. And then I was also triggered by something. And I've been really noticing that like there's some areas of my life where I'm aware that there's something I don't like. And I'm not choosing to do the things that, say, Dr. Joe Dispenza would suggest to change it. And really, the bottom line is, if you have a problem in your life, you need to look at what the energies would be if you had that resolved in your life. What it would be is what it would be like if you actually had what you desired. And then you actually want to receive, like engage those energies in your body and in your being, like allow yourself. So the words that came up for me yesterday with this thing I was looking at, I couldn't sleep. So I was laying in bed and I was just wired from just an intensity of awareness and intensity of emotions. Yeah, just an intensity. And I was aware there was like more than one aspects to it. Like I said, there was this sense of gratitude for all the well wishes for my birthday. And then there was this other part that I got really triggered by. And I realized that if that was changed, if that was resolved in my life, the relief that I would feel, the joy that I would feel, and the gratitude that I would feel. And really getting into that space. So every single time that something comes up, with regards to me not feeling like this situation is resolved, that it's never going to change, yeah, that it's never going to change, and the discouragement that I allow myself to like just freaking sink into. I tell you guys, I do well. So looking at this breathing thing that that Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. is talking about with the breath, making it a mantra, I would actually pick, say, joy and gratitude. So breathe in joy, breathe out gratitude. Breathe in joy, breathe out gratitude. And I'm not going to lie, like one of the things that I've actually noticed lately with regards to this is that there is a part of me that still avoids being present with myself. Like it's a waste of time, which I find is really fascinating. That I would find time for me a waste of time. So what I'll do is it's not like I haven't taken time for myself, okay? Like someone from the outside, I'm sure my husband would say, but you take all this time for yourself, right? But there's a real, like I've talked about before, presence of choosing the taking the time. Like what if we actually need to take 4 hours of time for ourselves, journaling, allowing everything that wants to come up, or 2 hours of meditating, or whatever it is. Body movement. Is it dancing? Is it doing an aerobics video? Is it going for a walk? Like, just there's this resistance in my world to still actually choosing it and noticing the resistance, noticing the avoidance, noticing how I choose to distract myself. So, do I do like really you can do, like I've been doing this 30-day journaling thing, this 30-day journal prompt, limitless being your limitless life thing with Corey Michelle. I've noticed that I can journal and not be present, and I can journal and be present. So you can take time for yourself, but actually how present are you with yourself? And the presence is what brings the magic and the change and the awareness to what you're actually choosing and or creating or discovering. So, and think about it just in terms of breath. Like how many times, like, are you consciously aware that you're actually breathing, or are you just breathing? And what a gift that is when we choose the presence with ourselves with it. Like that's what I'm really noticing, is that we can do a lot of things and spend a lot of money and take a lot of time for ourselves. And without the presence, it's that's actually more wasted time. And it's not really wasted. That's a judgment. But you get the difference. Like when if you close your eyes right now and just, pick 2 words for yourself that you would like to have as a mantra. So for me, joy, breathe in, breathe out gratitude. Breathe in joy, breathe out gratitude. Like that takes a lot of presence to be with myself with that, as opposed to I'm just going to be joyful or I'm just going to be grateful. and then your mind wanders. The presence is just incredibly, it is an incredibly magical quality that when we choose more of it, yeah, I've been asking for more of that with the people in my life. And then I'm also noticing where I'm not choosing to be present with them. So just interesting where this can all go. And yeah, I feel like I'm just only on the cusp of the brilliance and the gift that presence is in our lives when I choose it for myself. And yeah, so let me know how it goes for you. If you choose presence, if you choose this breath, let me know. Love to hear from you. thewealthylala@gmail.com. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your day. Big hugs to you, and enjoy your